Have you ever taken a moment to truly notice how the world has become today? Most of the kids today prefer playing games on PC, phones, or laptops over running on the playground. But have you ever wondered how a video game work on these devices? Today, most of the youngsters spend their time on social media, scrolling through reels on Instagram, watching videos on YouTube, sharing memes on WhatsApp. Have you ever know how these applications work so smoothly on your device? 56% of people who works in the tech industry rely on a laptop to complete their task. But do you know how a laptop actually works? The reason behind all these devices and application to work is the operating system, the unsung hero of technology. An operating system isn't just powering phones, computers, or laptops. It's the invisible brain between many modern devices across various industries. Let's imagine a washing machine which helps to wash your clothes. Firstly, you put your clothes into the drum, add some detergent, press a few buttons, and walk away. Do you know what happens next? The entire washing process happens step by step in a well organized sequence. This sequence is controlled by microcontroller which presents inside the machine, and the microcontroller controls the machine's hardware like the motor, water valve, heaters and sensors. But it's the true microcontroller work on its own and can give instruction to the hardware? Definitely not. A microcontroller is just a piece of hardware like a mini computer on a chip. It may be powerful, it may have ability to control the entire machine, but it is not aware of what to do, when to do it, or how to do it. That's exactly why the microcontroller needs a software system. And this is where our hero enters, the operating system. The operating system is the one who knows everything: the timing, the order, the logic. It acts as the brain behind the brain, giving step by step commands to the microcontroller, like when to fill the water into the drum, when to heat the water, when to rotate the drum, when to rinse and spin. And the use of operating system doesn't end with washing machine. It is also used in healthcare department like MRI scanners, X-ray systems, robotic surgical tools, ensuring precise for safety concern. It is used in space technology where operating system guide rockets, control satellites, and help spacecraft to navigate, communicate, and operate autonomously. You can see in data centers, powerful operating system manage massive servers that store your emails, photos, websites, and cloud data working 24/7 without rest. And operating system is used in automobile industry if you want a autopilot future in the car. The list of where operating systems are used is not going to the end. It's ever growing just like technology itself. From homes to hospital, from cars to rocket, from your wristwatch to space mission. Operating system are the silent heroes working behind the scenes, making sure machines behave smartly, safely, and reliably. Whenever there's automation, control, or intelligence, you will find an operating system playing its part. And as our world becomes more connected and more intelligent, the reach of operating system will only keeps expanding. So, next time you use a device, whether the device is big or small, remember behind it there's an operating system doing the hard work quietly. So, today's content is all about one of the most important inventions in computing history, the operating system. Our story begins on February 14, 1946. No, it wasn't just a Valentine's Day. It was the beginning of a new era. The world's first general purpose electronic computer was unveiled. A machine that could change the course of technology forever. You might be wondering, if the first operating system was invented in 1956, then how did the computer work back in 1946? That's a genuine question, and I completely understand why that thought could come to your mind. It's because today's computers come with a wide range of operating systems. giving users the freedom to choose what best suits their needs. If you're looking for a user-friendly experience, you might go with Windows. Programmers often prefer distributions like Ubuntu or Fedora, while ethical hackers usually rely on tools like Kali Linux or Parrot OS. For server management, Linux remains the go-to choice. With so many specialized options available, the list of operating systems to choose from in today's modern world is virtually endless. In 1940s, there was no use of operating system. So to operate the computer, they had to bring their own program and data. Then load it manually using toggle switches, punch cards, or magnetic tape. After loading, the machine used to run only one program at a time. If an operator need to run the next program, he need to wait until the last program finished or crashed. It was very hard for users to implement even simple tasks, and it was very time consuming and also not user friendly. Even for debugging, it can be only done with control panel, dials, blinking lights. Often it was very slow and error prone. As the computing evolved, in 1950s, new tools like symbolic languages, assemblers, and compilers were created. These tools helped convert human readable code into machine code, making programming easier. And support code libraries also emerged, stored on punch cards or tape to help with common tasks like input or output. Over the years, computers' performance was rapidly improving. In the year 1956, the first operating system widely recognized as the GMNA IO developed by General Motors and North American Aviation. It ran on the IBM 704 computer and was used to handle batch processing. Instead of manually loading one program after another, GMNA IO could load a job automatically. Jobs were submitted using punch cards, and once a job was loaded, it ran from start to finish without any user interaction. If the job crashed or produced errors, the issue could go unnoticed until execution was complete. The system could go simply print error. The system could simply print error messages or memory dump reports afterward. Programmers then had to go back, fix the code, resubmit it as a new batch, and repeat the entire process. This made debugging a slow, repetitive, and time-consuming task, highly inefficient compared to today's interactive development environments. Although this operating system wasn't very effective, it laid the groundwork for what modern operating systems strive to be. Later, in the 1960s, the concept of multiprogramming was introduced. Systems like IBM's OS 360 allowed multiple programs to run simultaneously by efficiently sharing CPU time. In 1974, the CPM was created by a brilliant mind, Gary Kildon, founder of Digital Research Inc., and it became the foundation for early microcomputer software. CPM stood for Control Program or Monitor, later changed to Control Program for Microcomputer. It was mainly a disk operating system, which means it helped to organize files on magnetic disk and run programs for them, just like how our modern OS runs apps today. In the beginning, CPM only worked on 8-bit chips like the Intel 8080, could run just one program at a time, and had a tiny 64 kilobytes of memory. Imagine that, only 64 kilobyte. Later version became more powerful, supported multiple users and worked with 16-bit processor. Now CPM had three major building blocks. First, BIOS, the basic input or output system. This was in charge of the hardware, like talking to the keyboard, screens or disk drivers. Second, BDOS, basic disk operating system. It controlled file operations and gave program access to system resource. Third, CCP, concurrent copy and production. That's the console command processor. It was the interface, basically the command line where you type in instructions like dir to list files or copy them. CPM wasn't just any old OS. It inspired the design of future giants like MS-DOS. With the growth of time, GUI, graphical user interface came. First time OS became more user friendly and changed the way of people to interact with computer. GUI provides computer system visual elements which made users' interactions with computer more comfortable and user-friendly. User can just click on visual elements rather than typing in comments. In 1990, the craze of computer networks at its peak. A special type of operating systems needed to manage the network communication. The OS like Novel NetWare and Windows NT were developed to manage network communication, which provide user facility to work in collaborative environment and made file sharing and remote access very easy. And invention of smartphones create a big revolution in software industry. To handle the operation of smartphones, a special type of operating system were developed like Android, iOS. These OS were optimized with the time and became more powerful. Later, artificial intelligence came into picture. Operating system to integrate future of AI technology like Siri, Google Assistant and Alexa became more powerful and efficient in many. This AI feature with OS created a entire new feature like voice commands, predictive text, and personalized recommendation.